Let me guess. You keep finding an excuse. You tell yourself you're going to the gym. You imagine your progress had you have gone consistently for the past 1 to 2 months, but you're too tired. You'll go every other day. You will start tomorrow. You lie to yourself to get over the pain of not going, but that pain of not going is eating you up inside. How do I know that? Because you clicked on this video, and that's what I'm going to show you how to fix in the next 10 minutes or less. So here's the truth. Every missed workout is killing your progress. But more importantly, it's making you the type of person who quits. The only thing worse than not getting the progress is the idea of killing your mindset every time you skip. But once that identity sticks, that you're a quitter, you're done. You're cooked. It is so hard to dig yourself out of that. So hopefully this video can save you and make you somebody who does go to the gym. Because I used to be just like you. I would quit. I would stop going. I would tell myself every single reason why it's not important. But now it has become the favorite part of my day. And I'm going to instruct you exactly how to go from 0 to 100 real quick. So without further ado, I'm going to get you into the first tip right now. Number 1 is identifying the problem. The real reason you're skipping your workouts is not because of time or energy. It's 100% your mindset. You have hidden mental roadblocks every time you think about going to the gym. And the first one is called thought association. So when you associate the thought of going to the gym, you associate that with the physical pain and the mental pain of working out. It's not the most enjoyable thing, especially when you're first starting, and it takes a lot of time out of your day where you could be doing fun stuff like scrolling or playing video games. But what you need to do instead is identify that pain with not going instead of the pain with going. Because the pain with not going is much more long-term and it is way worse in the long run. So I need you to picture, what could you possibly look like within the next 3 to 4 months if you go every single day? But what are you going to look like right now? And what are you going to look like if you don't do that? That is the real pain. The real pain is not being taken seriously when you walk into a room because you cannot physically defend yourself, and people, especially women, can see that. So once you get rid of that weak bullshit dopamine pain and start tapping into the pain of not achieving your goals, that mental roadblock can be hurdled and you could start to actually want to go to the gym a little bit more. So now that we've identified the problem, I'm going to show you how to make going to the gym as automatic as making your bed or brushing your teeth. And trust me when I say this, I would literally rather go to the gym every day than make my bed. And that's coming from somebody who used to hate it, like I said, I promise. And this is through habit building. I'm going to tell you why habit building is so important. Because you're truly not going to always want to go. Even if I don't want to go, it still ends up being my favorite part of the day. Because it's A, the most rewarding, and B, it's a habit. If I don't go to the gym, it physically feels like I'm missing a piece of my day. It's a heavy feeling that weighs on me where I know I could have had a better day. And if you're someone like me, and I think you are because you're watching this video, you strive to get better and improve. And you cannot truly deal with that feeling once it becomes a habit. Imagine if I looked in the mirror one day and my arm went back to 10 inches instead of the 18 inches it is now. That would fit, the pain there would be insane. That's why it has become a habit, because I have fallen in love with the process and the results. So once you've identified it and you build the habit, you need to create a non-negotiable rule that forces you to show up. So this is a simple psychological trip that will make skipping worse than going. So how about this? Send a text to your friend right now, somebody that you want to motivate as well, along with sending them this video, and say, hey, every time I skip the gym, I'm going to send you 10 bucks. So tell them, I'm going to start going 5-6 times a week. Let's say 5. Every day out of the week I miss, let's say I only go 4 days next week, you send him 10 bucks and he sends you 10 bucks too. I'm telling you, the feeling of losing $10 is going to be worse than the feeling of being at the gym. I promise you that. And here or there, I'm going to be completely honest with you, you're probably going to miss a couple days here and there. But that's okay, because you need to experience that feeling of having to pay your own friend $10 because you couldn't make it to the gym. And guess what? That's going to motivate your friend as well. And if you're really consistent, you might gain a little bit of extra cash flow too. So now that we got that rule out of the way, I'm gonna give you another way that you can fall in love with the process. And that is called removing friction. Friction is the idea that there's some things in the way of getting to where you need to be. For example, in the physical world, friction slows things down. The friction between the wind and your car going down the highway physically makes it harder for your car to get up to that 70-mile-per-hour speed limit. Imagine if you had a tailwind at your back at all times. That's exactly what this idea of removing friction is like. Maybe one day you don't want to go to the gym because you don't have a good outfit picked out. So boom, you start making a habit of picking out your outfit and literally laying it out on your bed the day before you go to the gym. So that way, the first thing that's on your mind in the morning is going to the gym. That is one way to remove friction. Another way is to actually physically start to get better at training. When you think about training and you think about how uncomfortable it is or how bad you are at it, yeah, you're gonna wanna go a little bit less. But the more you go, the better you're gonna get. And if you wanna get better even faster, I have plenty of videos on how to get better in the gym. Specifically, if you want big arms, that's my best video yet, so go check that one out right after this one. But anyways, you need to get rid of this wind resistance, this friction, so it's just easier for you to go and those negative emotions don't creep into your brain quite as much. So now that I've given you those 4 steps in going to the gym, I'm gonna give you a bonus step. Those first 4 steps are supposed to get you there, supposed to get you into that habit. But this 5th step is supposed to make you fall in love with it. And that's how I fell in love with it, 100% honest. And I appreciate you guys watching this far, so I'm gonna give it to you for free right now. All I ask is that you like, subscribe, and comment the word build if you want any more help with this too. But you need to start identifying yourself as somebody who goes to the gym. Now, before you click away this video, because that sounds stupid, I'm gonna explain to you how exactly that works, and it'll make sense. If you treat fitness like a task, that's gonna make you not wanna go. You need to become the person who never skips, not the person who completes the task. And there's a key difference right there. There's a difference between passions and tasks. Tasks you will never fall in love with. Passions you always will. So I'm sure you go to the fridge and get food, or you go to the grocery store and buy food every time you're out, right? That doesn't mean you are a professional grocery shopper. That doesn't mean you have a passion of buying food. That's just a task you complete. Going to the grocery store is just a task. So if going to the gym is just a task for you, you'll never build an identity around it. You need to shift it into the passion sector of your brain. And here's exactly how you do that. You get better at it. Once you start to master something, once you learn a new piece of information every single day, that is when it will become a passion over time. And I'm gonna be honest, if you truly stick to it, if you do these 4 tips I gave you, you implement this 5th one, it should only take maybe a month till it sticks and you'll never stop going again. So next time you go, focus on your form. Watch YouTube videos, go to Reddit, go to Google, ask people for help, make friends at the gym, do whatever you need to do to actually start to get better. And the best way that you can do that, in my opinion, is to actually start taking supplements. Gym supplements are some of the most actual real things that work in the world. If you take a good pre-workout, you have a good protein powder, you're literally multiplying your experience. Pre-workout, if you've never taken it or if you have a limited experience with it, makes you want to be there more. And that's when I started falling in love, when I started dialing in my diet, my supplements, once I got good, and oh my goodness, from there it became the best part of my day every single day. So if you listen to me, you implement those steps that I just gave you for free, by the way, you can become the person who not only looks good and can do this on camera, you can become the person who is passionate about making yourself better, which will translate into every other aspect of life, mind you. So make the decision now. Are you gonna follow my steps, or are you gonna go be average and look like everybody else? I know what I would choose, and I know what I did choose. So thank you for watching. Check out these other videos right here. And it's time for you and me to get to work. So get out of here.